Hawaii's starting quarterback Brent Roush is not practicing at 100% right now with pain in his throwing arm. The trouble seems to be with his right forearm and where it bends. Coach Greg McMackin is confident he can play through the pain because it's not affecting his ability to perform. Sophomore is still expected to start for Hawaii against Florida next Saturday. Should Roush's condition prove to be a problem, Greg Alexander and Inoki Funaki are still getting a lot of reps at practice as his backups. Tonight, KJMV9 has also learned that Tyler Graunke is now cleared to play by passing the classes he needed to. While he'll be back on the roster, there's no exact timeline for when he'll be back on the field. The senior has the most experience among the QBs at UH. Currently, last season, he played in 8 games and threw for more than 1,200 yards with 10 touchdowns.
I just wish that he would have been eligible August 4th when the rest of the team was eligible. And, you know, we'll just have to see. He's got to do some paper signing and some medical clearances and that type of thing.
Is he someone we can expect to see on the trip to Florida?
No, he won't make the trip to Florida. We've moved on, and he's not in the picture at this point, and he's going to have to work himself into that situation.
The Warriors suffered another blow this afternoon. Running back David Farmer hurt his knee in a scrimmage at the Aloha Stadium. The extent of the injury is not yet known. He is scheduled to undergo tests. Meanwhile, tonight at the Pigskin Pigout, the Warrior football team cashed in thanks to some very generous fans.
For the first signed Washington Redskins Colt Brennan helmet, do I see an opening bid of $500? Got $700 in the barn.
As we guessed, anything to do with Hawaii's only Heisman finalist went for big bucks, especially his Redskins helmet. That guy right there, our general manager, paid $2,000 for it, so he's taking that home, Rick Blangiardi. As for the panels used for the coaches show the last 2 seasons, altogether it made about $2,000. This is Don and Marion Murphy. Yes, they still have to work through this event. We have no count as of right now just how much was raised. They expect to be a number in the 6 figures. We'll have that tomorrow.
Graunke looks to be on his way back to the UH football team. Graunke told KHON2 tonight that he has fulfilled his academic requirements and is eligible to return to the team. He was the backup the past 3 years to Heisman finalist Colt Brennan. Graunke was held out of fall camp this year for what was reported to be academic issues. Junior college transfer Brent Roush has since been named the #1 QB. UH head coach Greg McMackin says he hasn't yet made a decision on exactly if or when Graunke will rejoin the Warriors, but that the team would welcome him back.
We've moved on, but you know, we kept a spot for him because he was working on that. I just wish he could have done it August 4th when the rest of our team got eligible. So, but I would be really happy for him. He's a senior.
Regardless of whether or not Graunke rejoins the team next week, he is not expected to travel with the squad for its season opener against 5th-ranked Florida. In further quarterback news out of UH, Roush is dealing with a bit of a strain in his throwing arm, specifically near the elbow area, according to head coach Greg McMackin. It has not affected his practice time, however, and Max says he still anticipates Roush being the guy under center against the Gators, with Greg Alexander and Inoki Funaki the backups. The Gators, an opponent that brings back memories of last January's Sugar Bowl, the last game Hawaii played, and of course, the last time they took on an SEC powerhouse. The images of Colt Brennan being sacked the season-high 8 times by Georgia in a 41-10 New Year's Day loss still haunts the returning offensive lineman for UH. Well, 2 Saturdays from now, it's back into the line of fire, back into the SEC for the Manoa boys up front against the Gators.
It was hard, you know, giving up all those sacks, and you know, even the other day, you know, even though I try not to listen to ESPN and stuff, you know, Herbstreit was, you know, dogging us.
We just have like a chip on our shoulder from our performance in the Sugar Bowl, and we want to prove to everybody that, you know, we can go out there, we can perform a lot better. We're well prepared for this upcoming game.
The Warrior. Well, we'll hear the rest of that maybe some other time, but another sign that football season is upon us, the Pigskin Pigout put on by Murphy's Bar and Grill. It's a fundraiser for the UH football team, with this year's proceeds going to support summer schooling for athletes at Hawaii. The UH coaches, administrators, and supporters of the program gathered for food, music, and the many auction items. This was the 13th year of the Pigskin Pigout. There you go. Cut a little bit short there,
Okay.
I would say, in that offensive line piece. Went on to basically say that this is an offensive line that is still going through some struggles of getting prepared for Florida. They're a ways away from where they need to be going into that game. They have been fighting off a few nicks, a few bruises, a few injuries here and there along that line, but that they have learned a lot of lessons from that game against Georgia last year and hope to pick up the pace a little bit and be a little bit more focused going into this matchup with the Gators.
Okay. Thanks,
You're welcome.
They kick off their season in a little more than a week, but the UH Warriors already scored a big victory tonight. The program looking to raise upwards of $100,000 tonight in the 13th annual Murphy's Pigskin Pigout. The big party, as always, takes place in front of Murphy's Bar and Grill downtown and then spills out onto Merchant Street, which was shut down to cars and trucks. People browsed about to zero in on items they wanted to bid on this year's. Items include many autographed sports memorabilia pieces, sporting tickets, including a pair of tickets to the Super Bowl.
Just everybody get out and support the team this year. It's a great night tonight. People are enjoying themselves, and it's what it's all about.
Don and I are buddies. He's, you know, we got to know each other when I was here in '99, and he's the best. I mean, he's absolutely the best, and we're fishing buddies or any kind of buddies, golf buddies, any kind of buddies.
The University of Hawaii football team, boy, can you believe it, kicks off the season on the road at the Swamp at Florida. The number 5 ranked Gators on Saturday, August 30th.
It's always a success, a packed house.
Yeah, that's a great success there. Could we wish for the same in Florida?
Senior quarterback Tyler Graunke is back. Today, the team reinstating him after he took care of his academic issues. After last season's incredible journey, Graunke was a favorite to replace Heisman Trophy finalist Colt Brennan. However, after a couple of academic problems, Graunke was not allowed to practice with the team this entire fall, and he lost his starting spot. He will not travel with the Warriors to their season opening game in Florida either.
After a spring and summer dealing with what he called academic issues, suspended Warriors senior quarterback Tyler Graunke has been ruled academically eligible by the University of Hawaii today. According to UH head coach Greg McMackin and number 6 himself, the door is now open for his return to the team. How's it going, everybody? With hurdles still to clear, like passing a physical exam, the processing of paperwork, and sitting out NCAA mandated practices, KITV4 Sports has learned that steps have been taken to welcome Graunke back to the defending WAC champion Warriors for his senior season. Now, according to Coach McMackin, though, Graunke returning to a game-type situation is still unclear at this point. What is clear is that the only player in UH history to throw a BCS touchdown pass will not accompany his team to Florida for the August 30th season opener. Now, in 3 seasons with UH, Graunke has played in 25 games, passing for 2,041 yards and 16 touchdowns, including going 2-0 as a starter last season. Again, Warriors opened their 2008 campaign on August 30th with sophomore Brent Roush as the starting quarterback against the 5th-ranked Gators. Now, some bad news to report out of Warrior practice at Aloha Stadium this afternoon. Senior running back David Farmer went down with what's being called a sprained right knee. Further medical tests are expected to be run tomorrow.